Well, once again, I got some more Japanese wrestling events to review for all of you. This time, I got a Yoshi promotion known as Ice Ribbon, but also throw in a familiar promotion that I reviewed many times over, Pro Wrestling Noah. So, all of that will be reviewed, discussed, and talked about on this episode of the Deleted Wrestle Zone.
Are you ready? Get up, get up! 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 Get up, get up!
Welcome, everybody, to Deleted Wrestle Zone. All things that is pro wrestling from AEW, NXT, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, the National Wrestling Alliance, various promotions, matches, wrestlers, and championships. I'm your host, J Rod here. Now, I got a special treat for all of you guys. Recently, I have been watching another Yoshi promotion that I've been following recently, which I've heard of, but I've never seen any of the full events. This one is called Ice Ribbon. Now, if you guys aren't familiarized, this is one of another promotion that's been around since 2006. Now, let me give you a brief history before I review one of their events. Ice Ribbon was founded by Emi Sakura. If you guys are familiarized, she appeared on the very first AEW pay-per-view alongside Yuka Sakazaki and Aja Kong in that match, who dresses like Freddie Mercury. So basically, she was the one who founded it after she was actively wrestling for IWA Japan and Frontier Martial Arts Wrestling in the 1990s. Emi was known as Emi Motokawa, but she eventually split with a group known as Gato Kunyan, which was a promotion where she herself was representing. But she had her first show that took place on June 20th of 2006 in Tokyo. Now, Ice Ribbon built their own dojo in Warabi in Saitama and gave ownership to a company called Neo Plus in January of 2009. Now, their shows are mainly taking place in their dojos, but however, they do have largely events in Tokyo, such as Korakuen Hall, with Ribbon Mania and what's the other one? Golden Ribbon in Korakuen Hall. Now, however, in December of 14 of 2011, Emi Sakura left the promotion out of personal reasons, but however, she did form her own promotion after that. So she eventually left following a promotion, an event that she did with Ice Ribbon, which was her last that took place in Sendai in Sendai. So that was pretty much it, the history. So if you guys never seen Ice Ribbon, you should check it out. If you guys managed to get the link that I told you about, Watch Wrestling LA, they posted two of their events, Ribbon Mania and Yokohama New Year. So right now, let's review Ribbon Mania. Alrighty, so let's talk about Ice Ribbon's event that took place on December 31st of 2020, which was the last day of 2020. This took place in Korakuen Hall for Ribbon Mania. Now, the first match was a 6-woman tag team match consistent with an 8-woman tag team match with Bani Oikawa teaming up with a faction known as Joint Army, consistent with wrestlers like name Rina, Shingaki, Tea Homna, and Matsuya Uno versus Yappy, Miku Ono, Suzuki Tohoro, and Ram Kaicho. Now, keep in mind, much of these girls, I'm not familiarized with their names, but I can tell you what I think of every match. Now, this match was very differently. Now, This is, I forgot to mention, in the start of the event, they have all of their Yoshi wrestlers come out in this promotion doing introductions, like let's see, Yappy, Banio Ikawa, uh, stuff like that. So basically, it was a good intro. It was pretty good. I like it. But anyway, the match was very interesting. The start of the matches, they actually shake hands. So, but those who don't shake hands, they just stand in the back. But there's one of those moments where they just attack them after the handshake. But this match was okay. I really did enjoy it, but I still need to get used to it. But I'll tell you more when I get past four. But however, the first team, Banny and Joint Army, actually won this match, so it was a very simple one. Now the next match to me, it felt kind of interesting. It was a singles match between Yuki Mashino taking on Mao Ishikawa. Now there has been some sort of, from what they're showing in videos and the clips between these two, it appears that um, Ishikawa has a problem with Mashino, and that sort of thing. Mashino, she has like those one of those cardboard cutouts of a title. It's, if you guys remember that whole thing with those two guys with the tag team with yo-yo championship titles made out of cardboard. Think of that. But it was very interesting. But this match was pretty interesting because Ishikawa was taking her frustrations out of Machino, but she did not allow, Machino was not giving in to what she's trying to do to her. But it did allow her to win the match to prove no matter what Ishikawa thinks of her, she will somehow win her matches, which is like a good spirit type of individual. That is what I like, when I watch these type of matches. So she won the match, and let's move on. Next match is a 6-woman match. We have um, Tsukushi Harikuwa, um, Ibuki Hoshi, Rina Yamashita taking on Tsukasa Fujimoto, Hamuko Hochi, and Nanaue Takahashi. Now, I'm not familiar with these girls, but however, they're really good in this. I did follow some that I feel like they're very prominent, but I'm still trying to get the vibe of these girls because I'm not familiarized with a lot of them. But the match was okay. So, did anybody stand out? Well, I'm still trying to get used to it because right now there's 6 women in the match. I'm trying to figure that out myself. But however, it was Fujimoto, Hoshi, and Takahashi who won this match. Now the next match is a championship match. This is for the Fantastic Ice Championship in a death match. Yes, you heard me right. A death match between Akane Fujita taking on Risa Serra. Now, I just found out that a friend of mine, or should I say my co-host, who's not here at the moment, Nico, actually met, um, what's her name? Akane Fujima. He said that she's his favorite, and he showed me a picture there on the Facebook Messenger, and I thought it was pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'll be able to put it, but we'll see about that. Um, so it was a pretty good, interesting match. I have to say these two women really stand out because the death match was very unique. Fujita had like a baseball bat with tacks on it, and she was bleeding from the side, and there was like Legos and hard bricks and a board with microphones, which was kind of crazy. I didn't expect a whole lot, but this match was so dope. And I have to say, this was one of the good matches of the night. But however, who won this match in the championship? Well, it's in fact Risa Serra who won, and she retained her title. Good match. I like it. Now, the next match is for the International Ribbon Tag Team Championship between Rebel, ex enemy Maya uh, Yukihi, and Maika Ozaki taking on Frank's sisters, Mochi Miyagi and Hiragi Kurumika. So, This is also another interesting match. Um, Trying to follow more about this, but I'll tell you who won. It's in fact Rebel X Enemy, Maya Hiki, and Maika Osaki. So they won this match, becoming the new international ribbon tag team champions. Now the main event was for the Ice Infinity Championship between Saro, who now ends Zuzumi Suzuki. Now I did like the presentation, how these girls present themselves, like two of the hardest women who would do anything to get this title. But however, the way it ended was great. Suzumi Suzuki actually won this match. I think I like this one. Now it's still early for me. I hope there's more, but there is another Ice Ribbon show. So let's go to that one, which is Yokohama New Year. All right, so let's show the next Ice Ribbon event. This one is in Yokohama, which is called New Year Yokohama Ribbon. Took place on the 9th of January of 2021. Now, once again, they did that awesome introduction, which I feel is a good presentation of their brand and company. I like it so much. So the first match is a tag team match. We have Matsuya Uno teaming with Cherry, taking on Yuki Mashino and Ram Kaicho. Now, this was another interesting match because it appears um, the first team, Uno and Cherry, have different issues with certain people, especially with Ram Kaicha, who's currently is a title holder from the brand. Now, I'm not sure if that's what they do, but they can't stand what's her name, Yuki Mashino, who has a fake title. Well, let her have it. I mean, that's the way I see it. But the match was good. It felt like very hard hitting match, like more punches and striking. But the match ended with Uno and with Cherry picking up the victory for her team. The next match is another tag team match. We have Nao Ishikawa teaming with Rina Yamashita and Maika Ozaki taking on Sire Uno, Risa Serra, and Maya Yukihi. Also a very interesting match. I didn't know what to expect because I'm still trying to get used to it since this is the first two shows I've seen so far with Ice Ribbon. So I'll give it a chance. It was good, but the match ended with Sarah Aoino and Yuhiki winning the match. The next match we had Yappy, Mika Uno, and Sasuke Totoro taking on Frank's sisters, Akane Fujima, Mochi Miyagi, and Hiragi Kurumi. So another good match. I think I'm becoming a fan of Akane because of the way she is. I'm still trying to get used who she is, but of course, Frank's sisters to me are a very interesting unit. Can't wait to see what they're gonna do more. But it was the Frank sisters who won this match. Next match we have Ibuki, Mochi, and Suzu Suzuki taking on Sari Tatsukasa Fujimo. So basically, this match originally started out as each of these four women come out individually, not as a team, but they had to pull out the color out of the box in the red corner and blue corner. So basically, in the red corner, we had Ibuki Hoshi and Suzumi Zuko. In the blue corner, we had Sari and Tatsuka Fujimo. Now, I didn't know how this is going to work, but it was a very interesting match to watch. I didn't know what to expect, but it was good. I liked it. So Sari and Fujimoto actually won this one. Now the next match is a main event, which is a title match. It was for the IW19 Championship, consistent with Tsukashi Aruka taking on Homoko Hoshi, who was the champion. Another good match that I did enjoy, but I wasn't sure if this is like similar to what I like with the Fantastic Ice Championship in a death match, but I'm still trying to get used to it. But however, we did had a title change this time. Huraka actually beat Hoshi for the title, so it's a good thing. Um, what is my take with Ice Ribbon? Pretty good product. I think I feel this is one of the top, for me, the top three best Yoshi promotions I've seen. Number one for me is Stardom. Number two is Tokyo Yoshi Pro. And I look at Ice Ribbon as number three. So I'm very happy with it. No problem. So right now I say we ended right here with Ice Ribbon. Let's move on to Pro Wrestling Noah. Alrighty then. So let's go to a promotion, Japanese wrestling promotion you guys know already. Pro Wrestling Noah. This is their second day of Higher Ground, which took place on January 16th of this year. So let's start with the first match, which is a six-man tag team match. We had Yatsukura Yano, Fujimata, and Miyawaki taking on the faction known as Full Throttle, Yohei, Seiki Yoshiaka, and Hajime Ohara. I'm a big fan of Full Throttle. I think they're a very underrated um, junior heavyweight contenders. I feel like one of them should be obtaining the junior heavyweight title and the other two the junior heavyweight tag team title. That's always been my opinion. But their ability and talent is ceased to amaze me. I think I'm a fan now of Full Throttle. The other guys, they're okay, but I feel like they're like the young lions. But Full Throttle, they're amazing, so they won this match. Next match is another tag team. This one is also one of my favorite guys. Kinya Okada and Yushiki Inamura taking on Masao Ino and Akitoshi Saito. Okada and Inamura are one hell of a team. They should form a tag team group as a name, but man, they're amazing. I say Okada is one of the best wrestlers that needs to be out there as a singles competitor. I'm not sure if he's a junior heavyweight or heavyweight contender, but I'll find out more. So Okada and Inamura won the match, all thanks to Inamura. Next match is another tag team match. We have Kongo, Masa Kitamiya teaming up with Katsuhiko Nakajima, taking on the very fun duo Shuhei Taniguchi and Mohamed Yone. Now, I say these two are good teams. Taniguchi and Yone are a very fun team, but however, Congo is one of those teams that they're serious. They will not stop until they get what they want, is to win. And that's what they did. So Congo won as always. They never miss a beat. Next match, more of Congo mates. We have Tadasuke, Manabu Soya, and Keno taking on Shiguro-gun members Nosawa Rongai and Takahashi Sugiura of Singura-gun and Kazumi Kami Murakami. So Murakami actually impressed the hell out of me when he put Kano in a sleeper hold. This guy should be going for a title match. I'm like, wow. However, I always did like this team. I like both teams, but however, with this guy, Murakami, he is so different. He has like a suit on, but acts like he's an MMA. I mean, wow. But he put what's his name, Monabu Soya in a sleeper hold. I'm so impressed with this guy. I feel like I'm becoming a real fan. Now the next match is a tag team match we have for the Global Honor Crown Championship, junior heavyweight tag team titles. Uh, challengers, Congo members, Neo and Hao taking on Stinger, Yoshinari Ogawa, and Hayat. Now, this was one of those matches where, okay, Neo and Hao want to make a recognition, believe that those titles are going to go to Congo, but however, Stinger are a dirty group. They always cheat their way through to ensure they win, but this time they actually did win by ensuring it stays that way. So they retained their titles, but however, they were attacked by people that they know, Suzuki, Nosawa, and Hidaka. But it appears that now their Stinger are being targeted for their titles since they retain it. Which I hope they book it because I would like to see them lose it. That's just me. Main event tag team match. We have what's their name? The tag team known as Momo no Seishun Tag, consistent of Atsushi Koroge and Daisuke Harada taking on Naomichi Marufuji and Go Shoizaki. Now, Shoizaki and Marufuji are two guys who are well known in Pro Wrestling Noah, but can they coexist? Well, we don't. That's something yet to be seen. I mean, throughout the match, they did coexisted, but in the end of the day, Marufuji was look at Shiozaki, who is the guy who's going to compete against his teammate, Keiji Muto, better known as the Great Muta. But it was a good match. I think it was good too. But however, it ended with Marufuji and Shiozaki to win the match. So basically, this little alliance is over, so we're back to normal. So I hope you guys enjoy me reviewing these Japanese wrestling promotions event. Stay tuned for more. I do got 2 days of New Japan Pro Wrestling New Beginnings. I do got I'm gonna do an entire episode of DDT, an entire episode of Stardom. Anything else, I'll put it out as soon as possible. So I must bid all of you guys adieu. So goodbye. And have a nice day. Bang.